Hey, one thing I forgot to mention. This is kind of an amendment video. I need to write this shit down, but I don't want to. I'll write some key things down from now on, just so I don't have to make amendment videos of shit I didn't mention. But I don't want it to come off scripted, because I want to present a natural flow of things. I don't want to present an image of who I am. I just want to present who I am. My style is that I really have no style. It kind of makes my videos boring and lame, somewhat. I hope I do good, but yeah. One of the things I forgot to mention, one of the ways I'm a better person, and mostly I forgot to mention this because I ran out of time on the last video, is racism. I run into people nowadays who are racist, and I live around a lot of black people, and you know, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they mentioned, oh, look at all the niggers standing on the corner, and they're gonna be selling crack. And I'm like, you don't even fucking know those people, dude. I'm like, you know, you don't know shit about them. You know, it was a bunch of kids standing on the corner, they were black, and this person was like, oh, look, they're gonna be selling in 18 years they're gonna be selling crack on the street corner. I'm like, you don't fucking know those people. How fucking you should make assumptions about these people? You don't fucking know them. They don't fucking know you. You never talked to them. You don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, you have no fucking clue. And to make a statement that you do is just fucking stupid and ludicrous and fucked up. You know, that's what I was thinking. I didn't much say this. You know. I should say things more like that, but again, with that, I don't want to get into weird confrontation with people about it. And sometimes if this shit persists when people say shit like this, you know, I let them know after a while. If they just make one or two statements, I was just like, oh, fucking let it go. That'd be stupid. But if they keep on and on and on about, you know, oh, look at this and look at that, and these people are wrong, and those people are bad, I'm telling them, shut the fuck up, you know? You don't know those people. You have no fucking clue, alright? And it's just stupid like that, you know? I hung out with this person once who, they use religion to justify this. This is exactly what they said, but check this the fuck out. They said, I firmly believe that God wants us to stick with whites and blacks to stick with blacks and shit like that. And first of all, it was an insane fucking retarded statement to make, but it doesn't stop there. This is what they said. Because if we were all supposed to hang out together, God would make us all look the same, but he made us look different, so he wants us to stay split up. And first thing that came to my mind is like, are you fucking high? Do you even think some shit like that? You know? But apparently some people do. This person had never hung around black people in their lives. But this person is also a coward, because the few times I did see this person around a black person, they weren't spouting this shit to them. They do it in the privacy of their homes, you know. This has been on a few different occasions like that. My mother was like this, really extremely like this. Hated black people and thought whites were supposed to be with whites and shit like that. Oh, but if a black person came around you know, oh, well, friendly as hell towards them and shit like that. But when they weren't around, my mother was like that, though. She's the type of person that would talk about you behind your back, but be nice and nicer when you met her in person and shit. It was just fucking, it was shit like that, you know. But you gotta kind of wonder how people get this in their fucking head and how crazy it is. But that whole religious angle to racism, I find that fucking truly disturbing, because it's fucking retarded. It's crazy, you know. You believe that an invisible man wants you to stick to your own color because if the Invisible Man didn't want you to stick to your own color, he would have made everybody look the same color. I mean, how fucking retarded and high do you have to be at the same time to just not only believe, but say some shit like that? Now, this person was convinced that, because I was their same color, I was on their side. And there was another instance of this where I was working at McDonald's, and our maintenance man, he's black. I mentioned him in one of my videos, but and we fuck around, but there was this one dude working there who thought he was going to get fired, so he wanted me to help kick this dude's ass, because they didn't get along. Now, our maintenance man, he's a black dude, he's fucking real muscle bound. I'm like fucking, scrawny little gangly fuck. This dude's like fucking huge. He's got muscles and shit. He's pretty big, and he knows how to take care of himself. This dude said, I want you to help me. He was a redneck and everything. He's like, I want you to help me beat his ass because I think I'm going to get fired. And I was like, man, are you fucking high? What the fuck are you thinking? I ain't got no problem with the dude, and so what, Just, if you're going to get fired, get fired. He's like, the last thing he said, he kept coming up with all this bullshit trying to convince me to do it. He's like, oh man, I thought you were my friend. I'm like, fuck no. First of all, this dude is bigger than both of us, and plus he seems like the type of person that if you attacked him, he'd just beat your ass with a fucking garbage can lid or something like that, or a fucking broom handle. But the last thing the fucking dude said was, oh come on man, we're white, we gotta stick together. And and this is what I told him, dude, I don't know what the fuck that means, alright? I have no fucking clue what that means. Even before I learned George Carlin was like, this is weird, because I had many of the same thoughts about, I hate fucking people, I fucking hate people, alright, I can't stand most of them, and national pride or ethnic pride. I had these thoughts before I read many of George Carlin's books or saw some of his stand-up. It was kind of a freaky thing to know that somebody else was thinking the same things I was, but I'll tell you how I feel about it, which is kind of how George Carlin felt about it. I've never understood national pride or ethnic pride. Alright, here's what he said about it. Pride is reserved for something you fucking achieve at birth. Alright, I'm Irish and Indian, one half Irish, one half Indian. Being, Irish or Indian is not a fucking skill. Being white is not a fucking skill, or black, or whatever. It's not a fucking skill that I achieved. It's a fucking accident of birth. I could just as easily be Arabic if I was born in the Middle East, or black if I was born in Africa, or black if I was born in America. It's just a fucking coincidence. Now, this whole fucking, these Nazis and these fucking KKK idiots with their whole white pride and everything, it's just a fucking toss of the coin that you happen to be born what you happen to be. That's it. You weren't fucking chosen, you weren't fucking special. You're just a fucking idiot cracker who didn't graduate high school. I graduated high school. Well, I didn't graduate high school, I got a GED. But hell, at least I got that. These motherfuckers just have a doctorate in meth lab maintenance. Is the truth. And national pride, people always get on this kick about national pride. They always act like they fucking did something to build the country. Like they were one of the founding fathers or some shit. They didn't have shit to do with building this country. They were just fucking born here. Again, coin toss. They could have just as easily been born any fucking where else. But they're always, I'm American, They didn't fucking do anything. And they want to take credit. I started the Ford Motor Company. Me, I fucking started. We all know I didn't, but I'm trying to take credit for something everybody knows I didn't fucking do. Now, that sounds quite insane if I said that, but what if I was living in a sea of fucking people who are all convinced of the exact same thing, that we all started the Ford Motor Company, and they all believed me? Then I wouldn't appear so crazy to many people around me. A few outsiders would go, hey, you're fucking nuts. Which is how I feel about atheism. But anyway, that's my amendment video. That's how I feel about religion, that, you know, the few outsiders on the outside are looking at all the people convinced of something that isn't fucking really happening, going, hey, you're fucking nuts. But anyway, that's my end.